Hello and welcome, I'm Arithix, and this week we will be building the Ninjago City Gardens and then placing it in the Lego City, which is currently in darkness at the moment because all my lamps are pointed at my building space. Still need to get more lights, of course, but I am really excited about this set. I've really enjoyed all of the Ninjago City sets that have come out, and I've never really been able to afford them, or I've prioritised getting UCS Lego Star Wars sets instead. So it's really nice to have this, and I think it'll make a great addition to the city to have this Ninjago area. And starting with this one is a very nice one. I know that the original one is discontinued and that's going to cost me a pretty penny, but I do like this one a lot. I really love the colour of this tower here. I really love that turquoisey blue colour. I can't quite make out my periodic table of Lego colours from here to know what the actual colour is called. I'll put it on the screen. But you also get quite a lot of minifigures with this set, as you can see from down the bottom. Now, I won't do a full review on this set. I'm sure you've all probably watched one already. But I will give my overall thoughts on the set when I add it to the display, and also what my plans for it are as we build up a bigger Lego Ninjago area. So without any further ado, let's jump into a time lapse of the build. Right, well, there we go. Ninjago City Gardens finished. First Ninjago set that I've had that wasn't just like, you know, a little one. It is the first proper big Ninjago set that I have, and I must say I absolutely love it. It is so cool. I've been a fan of these sets for quite a while, so it is really nice to finally own one. I really just love so many things about it. I love the more traditional sort of muted colours on the bottom, more traditional style of buildings, and then, you know, they've built on top of that. I'm sure people have said this before in reviews that I've watched, but I really do think that is just really cool. Gives me a bit of like a cyberpunky type of vibe, but, you know, a bit more colourful than cyberpunk typically is. Cyberpunk usually would be lots of greys and blacks and then lots of neon colourful signs, whereas this is, you know, very colourful buildings. You know, it's a bit more chaotic. It's sort of built up on top of, you know, different things. So yeah, I've tried to create a few little stories here on the mock. You've got I can't remember. I looked up this guy's name the other day. The guy there that's cutting down the tree with the saw, and his accomplice here who has just dropped him off on the bike. And then you've got Kai and Zane responding to the scene. I put Cole over here in his room. You can't really see him there, but he's in there playing video games. Then, you know, you've got this little robot which I really enjoy. He's quite funny, you know, a little construction robot with a shovel, just doing his thing. And then you've got Lloyd's biggest fan. Can't remember her name. I did look it up the other day, but unlike the some of the other Ninjago sets, this doesn't have the names of the characters on the front of the box. And over here you've got this kid who, he was in the ice cream shop buying an ice cream. The dog started to run off. He's run after the dog, and then the ice cream man's like, "Hey, you forgot your ice cream." Just a little mini story. Then you got this guy coming down the stairs. He's probably been up to this shop, which is this orange section here. If you've watched other reviews, then you already know that. And then if you go down to the bottom, now she, when I've positioned this in the city, will be sort of looking up at all the Marvel stuff. So thus the terrified face. She's just come out to see what's going on, and you know, half of the Marvel universe is fighting outside of her door. I really liked this little story from the front of the box where you've got oh god, what is her name? I've actually forgotten her name. Apologies, but then you've got Jay trying to pluck up the courage to bring her some flowers, which I just thought was really cute, so I kept that. This guy, I didn't know who he was beforehand, but this is Ronin. I think he might be my favourite minifigure in the set. I just think he has a really cool design, and quite, you know, happy to have such a cool dude. And then, I don't know if you can quite see in there, but you've got, I think his name's Clutch Powers, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And he's an explorer, apparently, according to what I read. So I thought I'd bring over Johnny Thunder, and these two are having a chat. I think maybe Johnny Thunder's trying to convince him to join him on an expedition. So that could be cool. Maybe when I build up one of the more non-city areas, you know, in like the desert or something, and I build like a ruin, maybe I can put these two on an adventure together, which I think would be really fun. Just sort of having a little chat there. But yeah, I haven't included these because I think this is Jay, but obviously Jay is already in the mock, so I think this is just his uniform in case you wanted to swap him out and have him in his ninja outfit. Obviously we've got the Golden Master Wu here. It's very fun to have. I don't know where I would put him. Maybe there could be a statue of Master Wu somewhere. And then this lady who I think runs the shop. So I need to put her in the mock somewhere. But other than that, it's looking really good. So let's go ahead and move it into the city area. Right, well, there you have Ninjago City Gardens is now officially part of the city. I think it looks really good. You know, you have your Marvel section, and then now I can start building up a Ninjago section. I do have all of the parts now to make my road plate, so I can finish making the road. And And yeah, I think it's really nice now because it's not just Marvel, whereas before my entire display was pretty much entirely Marvel based. Now I have another theme, so it's going to start to feel more like a Lego city, more varied. I must say this thing is very tall um, compared to the Bugle. I mean, I am going to make the Bugle and the Avengers Tower a little bit taller, but it is very tall. Um, what would be next? Well, I did mention in the last video that it would be my birthday last week, and that I might get some Lego. And my very awesome girlfriend got me the Ninjago City Markets. So we can jump straight into adding another Lego Ninjago set, and it's really going to just fill out the Ninjago City sort of section of the overall city. I do still want to get the original Lego Ninjago City set. I think, when you have this corner building on one side, and then you have the markets, and then you have the other Lego Ninjago City building on the other side, it just creates a really nice sort of street, like Ninjago Street. So that will be something I'll look into later this year, probably not next. But beyond that, I've got to build my roads for here. I have still got some polybags and Lego police car to build. I want to fill out my streets with street signs and street lights, and I've got some trees there. I think I really like the design of the sort of smaller trees that you get with the Sanctum Sanctorum, and I still have two that I didn't build from the second set that I got, so I can have some trees. I really like the idea of having trees. I mean, I live in England. I'm not too sure what it's like wherever you might live, but I like the cities and the towns here that go through the effort of having lots of trees along the roads. Just having those green, even just like in a fully paved off street, just to have those trees, just add a little bit of green into an otherwise very grey environment. I really like that, so I'm going to build these style of trees because I really like them. They're not too big, and they sort of match the size of trees that I'm used to seeing on the sides of roads. Bigger trees seem to be a little bit further off the road in like a little grassy area. But so I'm going to use those, make some of my own street signs, design my own street lamps for this street. One of my roads will be a T section, and that will mean that when I get more roads, I can have a road sort of coming off in this direction. So it'll go across here and then across here. I think what I might do is actually have this sort of facing that way. And then I'll put the Ninjago City Markets here for now, and then I'll have a full street with Marvel on one side and Ninjago on the other. I have been coming up with absolutely loads of ideas for different mocks that I can do, different buildings. For example, Johnny Thunder down there, I'm thinking about building him a museum where he works and stores all of his discoveries that he brings back. I think that could be really cool, and it's a way of having a museum in a city and still having it tied to like specifically into the story. And just other little things like what I'd ideally like to do is here, where there would be two base plate deep and then across, and then maybe another two base plates. So I would have this sort of a modular, so maybe corner building here, building here, and that leaves this sort of base plate of space here. And I want to get the old Lego basketball, with the spring-loaded legs that you ping back. I want to put a sort of court here, and then when I'm sitting at my desk, I can just turn around and play a little bit of basketball, which I think would be really fun. And I've got a spreadsheet full of ideas for different mocks and things that I can do for the city. But for now, we've got Ninjago City Gardens. We're going to build Ninjago City Markets. We've got Comic-Con in 2 weeks, so we will be on the lookout for Lego and showcasing what we can find. And yeah, we'll go from there. Definitely get a second Daily Bugle sometime soon. Double that up, because that will really fill out the street. Because at the moment, this street is one base plate, 1.5 base plates, and then like a quarter base plate in the middle there. So if we get rid of the quarter base plate, make this 1.5. That fills out the whole street, because I've essentially got 4 base plates worth of space from one side to the other. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. I very much enjoyed rewatching it. I'm going to enjoy having it, being able to revisit a build. I've never been able to do that before. Like, I built all of these, and I didn't time lapse any of them, or even record the process of the building. I think I took pictures when I built my UCS Millennium Falcon, but I enjoyed doing the time lapse and having that. So I'll probably do that for most things that I build going forward, including the Ninjago City markets. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video and seeing how the city is starting to grow now. And stay tuned for more videos in the future. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date with this project, and drop us a like if you have a moment and you enjoyed this video. I would very much appreciate it if you gave a like, and drop a comment. You got any ideas? You got any thoughts on maybe potential layout, or maybe a mock idea that I could do? I'm more than willing. I'd be very happy if people shared their ideas or talked about different things that I could do. I very much enjoy that engagement. So if you've got the time, please drop us a comment and let us know what you thought. And yeah, stay cool, keep building, and I'll see you next time.